Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video, I'm gonna make a late night Donald Trump video. Why? Because Donald Trump is an interesting person in my opinion. He does do wrong things, but he is interesting. He's like the most interesting. He's like watching a soap opera, like there's no other president where, Donald Trump is the most interesting president the United States has ever had, in my opinion. He will be talked about in books for years and years and years. I wonder what happened to his Donald Trump wall. I think he just lost the motivation to build a Trump wall. Like, seriously? But since he's out of office, his Trump wall won't be created. I think the Trump wall was seriously a legacy for him. Man, the Trump wall, that's just hilarious. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to play a little bit of Donald Trump literally trying to barricade himself in the Oval Office in the White House. It's just crazy. Anyways, I'll play the video and I'll talk more about it.
As we know, Donald Trump seems to have no interest in conceding to the fact that he lost this election. Joe Biden has won. He is the president-elect. But according to Vanity Fair, and this is a literal headline by Bess Levin, Trump plans to barricade himself in the Oval Office and refuse to come out if Biden wins. He has told those closest to him that he refuses and will not concede. Donald Trump is not reasonable and he has no dignity. So instead, he's decided he'll keep fighting this thing well beyond the point that it's hugely embarrassing to do so, writes Vanity Fair. And even after that fails, refuse to acknowledge that he lost and that Joe Biden is going to be president. Trump apparently thinks he can just go on being president, even if the American people have fired him. According to CNN, Trump reportedly has not prepared a concession speech. It's amazing. And in conversations with allies in recent days, he has said he has no intention of conceding the election. And in the meantime, the Trump campaign is playing all sorts of games in their attempt to steal this election. In fact, Zachary Cohen from CNN tweets the following, and bear with me as I read this thread. The GOP member of a vote review panel in Gwinnett, Georgia, repeatedly argued Friday that write-in ballots for Mike Pence as president should count for Donald Trump, the group's Democratic representative tells me. The GOP panel member objected 5 to 6 times when write-in ballots for Pence were brought before the group, claiming those voters intended to vote for the Trump-Pence ticket, and therefore they should count for Trump. The argument was overruled each time, this person said. The source also tells me that the GOP review panel member in question was brought in during Friday's session to replace the original person who was serving as the party's representative. They called the swap disconcerting.
Okay, so let me comment on those one at a time. So if you bothered to write in Mike Pence, your intention was to vote for Mike Pence. It's not remotely unclear. Basically, you're saying, I'm a Republican. I like Pence, who's a good, solid right-wing evangelical Republican. I can't bear to vote for Donald Trump, who's at the top of the ticket, so I'm writing him in. Okay, but I don't have to read your intentions. Your intentions are actually irrelevant. You wrote Mike Pence. That's who you voted for. Why are they sending in guys like this? Just to gum up the works, just to delay the proceedings, challenge every single thing. It doesn't matter how absurd it is. So that's an attempt to thwart the actual results of the election. Now, to the earlier story about barricading himself in, I don't know if you got the memo, Trump, so I'll just show it to you so you're clear, okay? You're fired, okay? You're fired. That's the memo. So that's on shoptyt.com.
Yeah, I played long enough of the video, but yes, Trump's gonna barricade himself in the White House. So this is gonna be interesting to see what exactly will happen in like the next week. Next week will be probably extremely interesting to see what exactly will Donald Trump do. And I want to see how the market overall acts. I mean, Greg Mannarino says that if Joe Biden wins, the stock market is going to go straight up. So he is putting his reputation online. If the market dips really bad, then he was completely wrong. So we'll see though. I think the market will probably go up. I think the market is not ready to crash yet. I think we will probably go higher. But that is my opinion, and again, not financial advice. No, that's what I think. I think the market doesn't care yet. Not yet anyways. There's, Joe Biden won. Everything's good. The stock market should go up. The logic, none. I mean, that's what I think is going to happen. I don't understand it. That's what people that's what a lot of YouTubers are talking about. And, even if I use logic, I think there's no logic in the stock market. I think the stock market is, rich people are not ready to dump the stocks yet. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Or maybe there's like a secret, super rich person that, really is not really a person at all. He just like controls the world economy. I want this stock to move up, $20 billion. I want this stock to, decline $10 billion. Maybe there's like that secret person in this world that, really dictates like, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, Google. And if that super rich person wants to bring Google and Microsoft and Apple to, $3 trillion, $4 trillion, why not? Why not? Like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, Apple was like $200 million or $100 million. Now they're like a $2 trillion company. To me, that's just insane. But, whatever. That's just the way the market works. I just feel like the market is in a big giant bubble and eventually it will crash. But we'll see what happens. We'll see when it's going to crash. I don't know when it'll crash, but I think eventually it will crash. I think that sometime in Joe Biden's presidency, I think the stock market will crash. I don't think it's going to crash right away. I think it's going to eventually crash. Donald Trump. So Biden versus Donald Trump. I think Trump would have won this presidential election if he treated the virus better. Like Trump messed up because, first of all, he was being racist. He was blaming China a lot, even though in theory it is kind of China's fault. But he was being racist to China, and that created voters, the Asian group of voters, not to vote for Biden instead of Trump. So Trump lost a group of people that could have potentially helped him win. And on top of that, if he just treated the virus better, like for example, if Trump came out at the very beginning when the virus happened and told American people to wear face masks, to stay indoors, to protect, to prevent the spread of the virus. If he did that at the very beginning instead of treating it like the flu and just treating it like, it's nothing, I think Trump would have won. I seriously think Trump would have won. Trump messed up. He said the wrong things. He was not being bright about how he handled the virus. If the virus never happened, Trump guarantee would have won. I guarantee you Trump would have won. But because of the virus and because how Trump treated the virus, Biden won. That's my opinion. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I only gotta last another 15 seconds because then it'll be a 10-minute video. But yeah, I don't know. I think Trump's an interesting person. I think he's the most interesting president we've had, the United States had. So That's just my opinion. Oil is probably going to take a huge hit because Biden is not friendly to oil at all. So I wonder where oil's future is going to go. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe for future updates and have a great day. Bye.